YouTube. You already know it's your boy, the Latin assassin himself, Big Lou, tapping back in, baby. So check it out. If you haven't already, first time you come into the channel, it'd be highly appreciated if you like, share, uh, and you subscribe, like, and share the channel by hitting that subscribe button and then the bell notification of all, and you'll be informed each and every time something's dropped by this channel, whether it be a live stream, a pre-recorded video like this here, or any other shorts. As you guys, as most of you guys know that come to that's been to the channel know that most of the shorts are of the dogs, of the bulls, the American bullies that I got. Sometimes I put old school cars, muscle cars, low riders, just whatever. Usually, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, this little video is a little different. Um, I'm speaking about the recent little incident that happened. I think they were in Times Square, New York, where you had some cats end up somewhat of a minor melee where some NYPD officers got kicked and stuff, right? And people are outraged about it. These were immigrants, blah blah blah, bullshit, right? The problem is, man, and this is the thing: if it ever never happened to you, you know what I'm saying, where you've been, you know, pushed up on by them, by the police, you know what I'm saying, and definitely been had hands put on you. You know what I'm saying? You're just speaking of when you have a opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? It's you should know more of the details, and then you should not only that you should really put yourself in that position. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a police officer doesn't mean gives you the right to put your hands on people. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you're called to a situation to de-escalate something, sometimes that has to happen, right? But in this case, you had some cats that were just standing there. Supposedly they were blocking people and they had to go around them. I don't see. From the video, it doesn't look like that to me. Not to make it like that big of a deal, but as soon as the officers approach them, they're talking about mueve, 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 move, right? Or no, they didn't say mueve. They said vámonos, vámonos, let's go. Like, let's go, move, get out of here. Vámonos. And the dude tells him, the main guy, the only one that's been kept in custody, I think his last name is Brito, Brito, I think it is. At least that's how they made it sound when they were talking about it. Um, he's the only one that was held in Rikers. The other guys were released, and that's another thing too. You got all these people talking about, oh man, they were released. How can they be released without a bond? Well, from the video, there was so much people involved, 14 people. They didn't know for sure who was who. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I heard that out of the governor's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Now, the guy starts making the guy that they got in custody still. He starts making his moving, and then all of a sudden they put their hands on him and push him up against the wall. They put him up on the wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't. It doesn't matter what that dude's saying. If he's already moving, let him go. You know what I'm saying? That's not de-escalating. That's not de-escalating anything. It doesn't. I don't give a fuck what you're going through in your personal life. You're a police officer. Yeah, you're only human, but you're supposed to put whatever you're going through to the side and be a professional at your job. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that simple. I don't give a fuck what occupation it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this from experience. I've had hands put on me by cops. I've had motherfuckers slam me up on the car and search me anyways when I wasn't on probation or parole, and all I was doing was walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? I was one time sitting in Kentucky Fried Chicken eating, and all of a sudden these police roll up and they're outside looking at my car. So I come outside and they tell me that they know for sure that I was in an accident and just tell the truth about it. And I just literally left the house. I just woke up. You know what I'm saying? Like within 20, 30 minutes from that time. So I've been in different situations. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so if you haven't been there, you know what I'm saying? You haven't been there and been stopped and held, against your, when there ain't nothing even going on. You know what I'm saying? Even this day to this day, sometimes I'll have cops come up on me and and I and I just go off on them. Well, I don't go off on them, but depends the situation, man. Because sometimes they just act like they're so concerned, but they're just trying to be nosy and they're just trying to like get in. bother you. That's all, because you ain't doing nothing. You're not doing shit, nothing. You ain't doing nothing but sitting there. And here they want to come and act like they don't know what's going on when they can see you clearly sitting there. You know what I mean? So they don't like to be told. You know what I'm saying? People need to know. Fuck a cop. And what I mean by that is if they come fucking with you and you ain't did nothing wrong, you ain't got to bow down and give them shit. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. And they don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. They want to tell you what to fucking do, not the other way around. Because if you pay your taxes, they work for you. Everybody pays taxes. They pay the cops. Now I'm not talking about a cop that fucking, cop that does it right and does their job the right way. You know what I'm saying? Not taking shortcuts to make busts and doing that type of shit. I'll tell you another fucking story. Now I remember right now because I just said that. I had these motherfuckers come to my house one time looking for somebody that ran from them 2-3 days before that in a different city and come to my house, and I was on parole. They fucking searched me, went in my drawer, and they took $1,200 that I had in my drawer. They stole it. You know what I mean? So I've been in situations where these motherfucking cops are fucking scandalous as fuck, and many different and I'm not, and these are 2-3 different departments, right? And different cops too. They're not the same cops. So one time, like I said, when I was just walking down the street, the fucking cops they pulled up on me, and all I was doing was walking. Pulled me over, put me up first, ran my name, and I wasn't on nothing, probation, parole, nothing. And then they came back saying I'm on probation. So I'm at the police station before they take me to the county jail. I'm telling one of the cops in Spanish, that was fucked up. You know that I wasn't on parole, and he just sat there quiet and didn't even answer because he knew, and he knew his place too. He knew not to speak up because he was a new cop. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a veteran. Now he's been around. What year was that? That was like 2010, 2000, 2010 or 11. That was. So now the guy's been a cop for 12, 13 years. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of cops that do some sneaky foul shit, man, and bothering people that are on the streets. You know what I'm saying? That ain't doing that. They're just sitting there. I mean, they're not smoking dope. They're not shooting dope. They're not selling dope. They're not doing any shit like that they're not stealing from people. They're not beating people up, anything like that. And here the cops come talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got no business putting your hands on somebody. Once you, like I said, once it was already, you told them what you had to tell them. They might have mouthed off to you, whatever. They were leaving. You know what I'm saying? Dude was leaving. It's on the fucking, you can see the camera. You know what I'm saying? You can't, and that's the other thing too. These cops are getting caught all the time doing foul shit. That's why a lot of times people get off in court now because they don't believe the cops no more. The cops' word is not gold no more. You know what I'm saying? The cops' word is not gold no more. I've seen it firsthand myself. I've been in a couple of different occasions. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this, that what Michael Francis says about this, because I don't really agree with a lot of shit Michael Francis says when it comes to law enforcement and stuff like that. But this one I do. He says you can't say, oh well, we got him this time, even we got him for something he didn't do because we know he got away with a bunch of stuff. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying anything about defund the police. I'm not saying anything about hurting police. None of that shit. Giving them the respect they give you. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes they got to be put in their place when they're out of line. You know what I'm saying? And it happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's just catching up. It's catching up with everybody having a phone now. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of wherever you stand as far as immigration and all that, that's not what this is about right here. You know what I'm saying? This is just about police being wise ass and jackasses. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the only one. And my situations that I've ran into are in my opinion, are kind of minor. You know what I'm saying? Except for when damn near broke my arm one time. They tried to chicken wing my ass, right? But other than that, you've had people, got like, beat down, where they got busted all up. You got, like Rodney King type shit, right? George, and then George Floyd and all these other situations, and not to mention, all the Latino people that get killed by cops. That's a big number here in California, but it's not spoken about that much. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that's swept under the rug, man, and you know what I'm saying, I don't buy that shit. I heard Chaz Palminteri say this too. Oh, when you see a cop, tell him thanks for your service. Man, fuck that. If you don't know the cop, how the fuck you just gonna tell every cop thanks for your service? You don't know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? How the hell you just do that? You just say thanks for your service. Come on, man. You got they have to prove themselves, in my opinion. Now I know everybody ain't gonna agree with me, and it is what it is, right? But I'm just saying, things got to be based off how they conduct themselves. Simple as that. As a professional, if you're a cop, you're a professional. If you're a doctor, you're a professional. If you're a fireman, you're a professional. If you're a paramedic, you're a professional. If you're a lawyer, professional. You know what I'm saying? Doctor, all that stuff. And you're supposed to take your job serious, and especially when you take an oath. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave that at that. That right there at that. You take an oath, and that goes from all levels of government. Any peace officer, anything that you're protecting the Constitution, you take an oath. And it seems like people don't give a shit about the Constitution nowadays, and it's all about party, and it ain't even really about party nowadays. It's about person, one person, and it's fucking ridiculous. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Go ahead and comment however you guys want to comment. I would like to hear back some thoughts on this, and if you ain't been in that situation, you know what I'm saying? Don't comment with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. If you ain't been in that situation, don't comment with your bullshit, because you're not speaking from experience. I'm talking about people speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying? I've been in, let me say this too. I've been in situations where it went real good, respectful on both ends, and where there ended up being a conversation about, for example, the bullies. One time I was way out in the country, a sheriff came up, and he was just making sure that everything was all right on that dark road, way out. It was way out in the country. It was a dead end, dark road, and then he started talking to me about the dog, and it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I gave him up the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? But when they come acting like they're entitled to know things about you as far as where you're going, where you're coming from, and get the fuck out of here with that. You know what I mean? Get up out of here with that. So with that being said, Big Lou gonna tap on out. I might hit you with a uh, two time tonight. I'm not sure, but I want to speak about Michael Francis, Gene Barillo. I got a bunch of things I got written down that I just ain't got around to yet. Gene Barillo again with Michael Francis. A little bit about Anthony Casso, and a few more other things. But I really gonna try to get back into the swing of things, man, and get these last watch hours that I need out the way. Because the more days tick by that you don't put nothing out, your numbers go down. You know what I'm saying? It's based off a 365-day period. So I haven't been making videos regularly, so I'm gonna try to get back into swinging things. So like I said, if you can, everybody like the video. If you don't like it, then hit thumb down, leave a comment, you know what I'm saying, share, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. With that being said, I'm gone.